Talk about longevity. Top Chef is set to premiere its 21st season with lots of changes. There's a new host, and the show's primary location this season, Wisconsin. Take a look.
We've gathered rising star chefs from across the country here to Wisconsin.
I need dairy.
Wisconsin!
There's something Wisconsinites can't live without.
Cheese. Cheese Fest 2023.
Too much cheese.
Is there ever too much cheese, though? I don't know about that. Joining us now is the show's host, Kristen Kish, and longtime judge, Gail Simmons. Thank you both so much for speaking with us. What's like the secret sauce? I mean, 21 seasons, Gail. Like, what keeps this show running?
I mean, in some ways, your guess is as good as mine. I'll tell you this: when we did season one, we shot at the end of 2005. It aired in 2006. In a million years, I never thought I'd be sitting here 21 seasons later. It really has been an incredible journey for everyone involved, and none of us really saw it coming. We thought we were onto a good thing, but I think there's a couple pieces of the show that keep it fresh and keep it going. One is exactly what you said. This season, we're in Wisconsin. Who'd have thunk it? Every season we change locations. It's part of the fabric of the show because we get to explore a different culture, a different food way, the story of a different place, all through the lens of food. And then the other piece is the contestants themselves, the quality of the chefs who are on the show. This is not a show for amateurs, right? These are professionals at the height of their careers. They are extraordinary people who are sort of on the precipice of greatness, and we just sort of push them over the edge.
And creating amazing dishes, too. Kristen, as the host, was it hard to tell these contestants, the losing contestants, pack up your knives, you gotta go? Like, what was that like?
You know, every time, so like you kind of get a cue when you're allowed to say it, or they're ready for you to say it, the cameras are set. And every time it would be like, Kristen, go ahead. And I would take a beat and a pause, and they'd be like, did you hear us? You can go. And I said, I know, but I know what it feels like to hear it, and I know what it feels like to have to walk away from the competition, and it's heartbreaking. But there's a lot of opportunity, no matter if you're sent home first or you make it all the way to the end. It's a great thing for your career.
Yeah. So why is this season in Wisconsin? Nothing against Wisconsin. I love a good cheese curd, but why Wisconsin?
We've been abroad all over the world, from Singapore to Mexico to London and Paris, and we have actually never really explored the heartland of America and the Midwest. Specifically, we were in Chicago season 4, 15 years ago, but Chicago in itself isn't indicative of the rest of that part of the country. And it was actually really refreshing. They welcomed us so warmly.
So beyond judging the dishes, how do you both see your role as a mentor guiding the chefs through such a high-pressure environment?
You know, I think one thing that you don't get to see in its totality when you watch an episode of the show, and Tom talks a lot about this with us, we have 6 to 8 cameras shooting 14 hours a day, every day when we're on location. It takes 2 to 3 days to shoot one episode, so you can do the math, and that is boiled down to 46 minutes. Or this year, actually, every episode is supersized, so let's say it boils down to a little over an hour. But that is an enormous amount of content that's left on the cutting room floor. Of course, that's television. But what you don't get to see, I think, is the depth of the conversations that we have with these chefs. And it looks like we make very quick decisions and that those decisions are relatively easy. They are not. We are never judging terrible food against great food. It is all pretty great at this point. And so I think what we're looking for is really to challenge people who we know are capable of rising to these challenges.
With you all sampling so many different dishes from all of the different contestants, is it ever overwhelming to have so much food to try at once?
Yes. I think it is overwhelming.
Does it get a little gross, even though these are like top-notch
You don't
meals?
always eat everything on every plate.
That's the thing. I think people have this conception that we're plowing through 17 plates of food in one sitting. We taste every plate.
Okay.
We have a few bites. You have to learn to taste and understand the dish without having to finish every plate. You would never survive.
Well, thank you both so much for joining me this evening. I'm so looking forward to this new season of Top Chef. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Gail Simmons and Kristen Kish, lovely to have you. And you can tune into Top Chef Season 21, premiering Wednesday, March 20th at 9 p.m. on Bravo. The episodes will then be available to stream on Peacock the very next day.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.